The power of the chuds cannot be stopped. I have to say, this is truly impressive. For 7 days straight, but not too straight, we have been non-stop mocking and making fun of Marvel's Wolverine and everything related to it. The developers, the CEO, the games journalists, the game itself, you name it, and people are looking into it and finding reasons to make fun of it. This is truly a spectacle, and I absolutely love and enjoy it. Thank you, everyone, for contributing to this. Every day, people are just finding new things. And I have to say, with what yesterday the CEO of Insomniac said, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Okay, I won't buy it. Let's see how that one works out for you. Ask Battlefield 5. How did, if you don't like it, don't buy it, work out for them? Yeah, let's see that. I want to really see the results of that one. But in any case, honestly, being non-binary, it's maybe not actually that bad. Easiest $70 once again saved in my life. And today, people are continuing to look into the people making this game, and Concord's not dead, boys. Obviously, it always happens. A studio like Firewalk Studios, who made Concord, gets shut down, completely obliterated, and what happens to these useless developers? Well, they just get hired by another AAA studio who also, for some reason, wants to get closed. And this is what exactly has happened. The people, the main artist who designed these absolutely breathtakingly stunning Concord characters, is now working in Insomniac Games. That's right, that's right. The person who made this is now making this again, but in X-Men form. This is absolutely crazy. 3D character artist who worked on Concord at Firewalk Studios and got fired now works at Insomniac Games. Again, who would have expected? This is why I'm saying firing these people is not enough. We need to blacklist them. Okay? We need a Vogue dev tracker. And if a company hires a Vogue dev, we boycott it. That's how this should be working. After Sony shut down Firewalk following Concord, Patrick left the studio and later returned to Insomniac Games, where Patrick had already previously worked on same projects. This is crazy stuff, honestly. It is absolutely insane. And yes, people are non-stop talking about this now because, again, you can literally see it. When you put it side by side, I mean, it's uncanny. This is literally Concord. I mean, this is theoretically not Concord, but somehow this real-life person does perfectly fit into Concord. And I don't honestly know which one is scarier. But in any case, yes, expect major firings at Insomniac. Expect to hear rumors of Insomniac 2.0 very soon, because there is no world where Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine, sells more than 1 million copies month one. It's just not happening. And a reminder that the production budget of this game is 305 million. It must sell 6 million first year, or Marvel and Sony plan for X-Men trilogy will be terminated. At this point, it's 100% gonna happen. They are gonna terminate the trilogy or whatever they're planning, because there is no world where this game is below 300 million in budget. I don't exactly know where this 305 million is, but considering this is a movie licensed game, I wouldn't be surprised if we heard that this is 350 to 400 even. Now, granted, 400 does seem a little bit much in this situation, but 300 is the minimum, okay? There is no world where Marvel's Wolverine was below 300 million, and somehow it's worse mechanically than a game from 17 years ago. Let that fucking sink in for a bit, okay? Like, I wish this was Elder Scrolls 6 trailer type of situation, because not having a game is better than what we're currently getting. I have no idea, by the way, what this is, but this is literally the same vibe as Marvel's Wolverine somehow.
Good. You made it.
That you, Peach? I see Toadsworth roped you into this too.
The Monarch's job is never done, but we can talk more later. Bowser's castle should be just up ahead.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Focus M. Bowser's got the power stars, and you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, trouble.
Tell me that this does not feel like Marvel's Wolverine. Tell me this does not feel exactly the same, but somehow maybe better. Like, we are dealing with obscene levels of delusion. Yesterday we talked about this. She is the screenwriter for Wolverine, but yeah, here you're not going to see anyone from Insomniac Game talking about the mental health damages of gamers who are going to receive all of that ideology. We talked about this previously. This person is the head honcho, the main writer for Marvel's Wolverine. Needless to say, sad. Absolutely sad. Do you see this one especially right there? Like, clappies. So brave, so strong. If that wasn't bad enough, again, this is just the newest stuff. This is from yesterday. I mean, we talked about this, but I want to talk about it again in case someone missed it. This is Wolverine! The motion captures for Wolverine in this game were done by a woman! A small one, in fact, and black, which is probably the least surprising part, honestly, about what's happening here. Yes, you see that? You see that in the screen? That is Wolverine. Because life's just not hard enough for us gamers. We are truly the most oppressed class ever. Everyone is trying to oppress us. Everyone is trying to shame us. Everyone, for some reason, hates us. All we want to do is just sit back and relax, have a little bit of fun, but no, somehow that is a worldwide issue. This is some crazy stuff. And obviously that's from the, this is why stuff like this probably looks so awkward, by the way. And that's probably why I said there's so much sexual tension between a Sabretooth and Logan, obviously. We got the Mystique reveal from, a couple of days ago. The absolute peak girl boss moment. Just hear this once again in case you missed it.
You gonna do this or should I?
By the way, I love how no one even acts when she, when she just shoot. By the way, the male who looks more like a female shoots two guys, and I love how no one's just reacting. And then when Mystique turns into a woman that more looks like a man, then only they're like, maybe we should do something. And I love how Wolverine's just sitting there in the, the hotel chair. Typically, it's filled with people like Sneeko, but at this point, it's definitely Wolverine. You know what's kind of sad about this? It's the fact that they kind of have... They kind of do a decent job here portraying how skilled Mystique actually is as, an agile fighter and all of that shit. But I mean, it's just the choreography is so shit there. I mean, they're just standing there. It's the classic situation. She's right in front of you, and you have a gun pointed, and you're like, nah, I'm just gonna go melee you or something. And by the way, this is so cliche. She grabs the gun, and only then when she has a human shield, some guy's like, well, I better shoot now, maybe. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Now, there is one thing that I would like to say actually about this, which is kind of funny, I guess. It's this line right here. Again, someone watched a lot of TikToks to make this game. And this line is actually pretty decent. It actually hits home as an X-Men fan. And this is this.
You gonna do this or should
So
I?
the thing about this scene is he's not saying put the collar on me because that's my kink. which is understandable that most people instantaneously assume it's a modern millennial game. Wolverine is saying that to Mystique because Wolverine can sniff out Mystique. Yes, Mystique cannot hide her scent from Wolverine. I think Morp could, though. I don't remember this. But I think Morp could actually hide his scent. But Mystique cannot. Wolverine can sniff her out. So he's actually talking to Mystique in this situation. Not that that honestly makes the scene better, because it's still trash in general. But, you know, it's a nice little touch that I wanted to point out. We can still have the fun with the fridge. And by the way, here's the origin of the fun with the fridge if you haven't seen it. There's no sound for some reason, by the way. I don't know why. But yeah, it's Venom. Venom appears. And then Spider-Man just, you know, casually decides to not use his danger sense or his, you know, increased agility and strength. And, you know, he just kind of doesn't, you know, block Venom because reasons, I guess. But Mary Jane obviously does because woke and shit. And then he struggles with the fridge because, I mean, the fridge is, the mod is an absolutely he just got defeated by a fridge, okay? And there are people legitimately, by the way, asking, what about this scene is humiliating exactly? It seems like Insomnia Games has not done humiliating main superheroes. Reminds me of the scene, yeah. And then he asks, well, I just said what's wrong with it. There's unironically, listen. We need to find a way to get rid of every single liberal watching anime. They have done irreversible damage. My Hero Academia is fucking pure slop. Witch Hat Altair tries to sell you the concept that drawing a fucking circle on a piece of paper is hard, okay? And these things are succeeding because there's an abundance of autistic leftists currently in anime. We didn't gatekeep enough, hard enough. And here's obviously now with 17 million views, by the way, the video that pretty much started all of this. And it's the fact that this is how just absolutely infuriating shit this is. This is just an insult to anyone with an IQ above 50. Which means there are some places in a certain continent that are unaffected. But I digress. That's just statistics. There's nothing happening. Like, this is it. It's supposed to be epic and shit. And there's nothing happening. And this all pretty much just sparked this situation. This one video effectively just went and created a cataclysm of how people are mocking this. And I think it's great. And then after that, actually, this came before, because, again, this was just what sparked truly the outrage. But stuff like this was before, where, you know, Sabretooth is lovingly caressing Wolverine's cheek as Wolverine kisses his knuckles. And, I mean, you have seen this. I mean, I'm not going to show this again, but, I mean, the sexual tension between Wolverine and Sabretooth, for some reason, is beyond palpable here. I mean, it's almost materializing itself, honestly. And, I mean, there's a little bit of this also, just so you know, okay? This is a little bit more Spider-Man, but this is what I'm expecting also to happen in Wolverine at some point.
Oh, man. He missed. Amazing.
That's right!
I'm Mary Jane! I'm Mary Jane! The incredible Mary Jane! Get fucked! You know who I am! Unstoppable!
Unstoppable Mary Jane!
That's right. Old clip, I know, but it's still good, okay? That is... What do I even need to say anything else? It's just... I cannot wait. I personally cannot wait for Marvel's Wolverine, because this is gonna be a goddamn jewel, boys. Now, I'm not gonna buy it, obviously, but well, the CEO told me not to buy it. I wasn't gonna buy it before that, but now with the CEO saying don't buy it, I'm definitely not gonna buy it. And yeah, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. Also, by the way, the way that you know that so many people are talking about this is because people are just currently copying image, then reposting it to make new posts, and that degrades the quality because of compression over time. So this is why this image is actually so scuffed and pixelated. Because people are just non-stop copying an image over and over when posting. Because there's a lot of conversation, obviously, going on here currently. Like, it is insane. I seriously hope Insomniac goes broke after this. I mean, they have to, because this is just this is a disaster. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.